So here we go, a few turns later. Alex has successfully moved his men up. His autocannon shot the first advancing alien, however I have a second one in the wait.
Dum dum dum.
His close combat sergeant has killed an alien, moved up, gone on guard for that one there. And the rest of his men are moving up. And, expect it or not, Alex has gone with the leaving 2 men behind on Overwatch to protect the rear.
Well, because moving backwards is 2 moves, right?
Yes.
And I don't know. If I was Gene Stealer, man, I would. You do only get 2 guys per turn, but I don't know. That would cause major harassment issues. Like if by coming up behind these dudes who don't move very fast.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can cause serious disruption, and. Yeah, I'm just not. I don't want to take that risk right now. This might be a huge mistake because I left 2 guys behind in the last game, and that it worked in the end, but they didn't do anything for the whole game. So I see that happening here. Again, you guys, there might be. I'm sure there's people watching right now, be like, "Oh, you're an idiot, right?" Maybe you're right. I don't know.
And that's before they saw your move.
Of course it was.
Okay, so here's the big thing here. So he has his autocannon gentleman first in row, not on Overwatch or anything, with a blip right there. So we're going to play this out for you in real time. So I'm going to move 1, 2. They get shown, which is 2 of them. Yeah, Alex, if you could, please. So we have 2 here. Now I'm going to move 3. And now I have basically 3 opportunities to attack. So I'm going to take my 3 dice, and Alex has 1. And this is a pure highest roll kills, basically. So the alien roll, you need to beat a 5. Marine?
2.
So that is the end of the autocannon guy. And there are 2 action points left on this one. So I'm going to move up and attack your buckler and shield guy. And let me think here. I believe you roll 1d6 and add 2. Space Marine with Thunder, Hammer, Storm Shield. Yeah, so you're going to roll 1 dice, Alex. You're going to add 2 to it. And because he has the Storm Shield and we're front on, I only get to roll 2 dice. It removes 1 from me.
Wonder bar.
Okay, so here we go. So, basically a 6. So you need to roll a 4. Oh!
Negative.
Heartache.
Yes, a lot. Do you have any Tums?
So that's the tank who took out...
14.
14.
Or more, maybe. I don't know. We'd have to refer to the last video.
So, those are those 2 done. This guy's movement is finished. However, I still have... That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh!
Whoo! You're killing me, man.
6. I'm just going to get in there, even though there's no room to attack. And now this guy here. 1. Get in your face. It's only 1, thankfully. This up here. Excuse my reach. So there's 1, 2. Now we're going to start our attack. So he has 1d6 plus 1.
Should we put it up on top of the thing?
Yeah, sure. Let me just attach you to the mothership here, folks. Okay. Perfect. So, Alex has 2d6 plus 1 because he's on guard. So go ahead and roll your 2d6. That is 4, and you add 1 to that, so that's 5. And now I get to roll my 3, and now you can use your parry, if you want, to make me re-roll my highest dice. So I have to beat a 5. Which I do not. 4, 4, 3. Do you choose for me to re-roll one of those?
But you would die anyways, right?
Correct. So he wipes now. Perfect. And then it's just for the blips that are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to continue to harass him in this manner. So that's a pretty substantial loss for the Marines if I don't want to kind of jump in for you, Alex, but you have a close combat.
You can just sum up my misery for me. Thanks, Ryan.
Well, it's going to be challenging.
Now that means that my flamethrower can only win the game for me, right?
That's true.
It's all about the flamethrower.
So
I have enough ammo for it, and that's not the problem.
Yeah.
It's just
you've got to protect
now I
him
have
now.
1 guy. So.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we will get back to you at the next development.
I hate my job.
Alex, why don't we talk about your movement first?
You mean my lack of movement?
No, honestly, because you did a really good job at blocking this whole area off.
I'm just a little bit sad. That's all.
What?
My low spirits of basically having my flamethrower about to die. It's okay. It's no big deal because it's not like I'm going to lose the game over that move. Anyways,
But Alex, I believe you would.
shut up.
Okay.
So what happened
what's
was I just had this guy in the previous turn and shoot a flame into this, burning one of your guys to crisp,
Yep.
which was nice.
Did no chance there.
Put this guy on Overwatch and was getting ready to move this Marine down.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I was actually thinking about putting these guys off Overwatch and bringing them down for reinforcements, but yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen now that my leader with the sword has died after, what, he only killed one of your guys, right?
Well, 1, 2,
So-
three. I think 2 or 3.
Yeah, so bad rolling on my part, but he's dead, and now the flamethrower is in direct contact with...
So basically what happened was I moved my blips up and around. He had his sergeant here on guard, killed one, then the second one killed him in a round of combat. He rolled a 1 and a 2 on his sergeant. So I mean, it's just like with the hammer guy. The best guy can be gone with a single roll of a dice, right?
Or I can kill like 15 of your guys, like we did in the last game.
Yep.
So, again, really luck of the draw, but strategy did have something to do with it too.
Okay, so we have basically his last objective critical marine here in base contact with an alien, and I have 1 attack left for this round. So it's 3-on-1 natural rolls. So that's a 5. That's not bad. And here the Xenos roll.
Oh! Too bad you don't have a gun that jams.
So 6, 6, 4. And that's the end of the mission, right? Because your minigun guy's done as well?
That's it.
Alright. That was a quick game.
That was... Yeah, that's by far the quickest game we've ever played.
Do you think there's time left this evening to run with me being the Marines?
We'll get back to you guys.
Okay. Anyway, overall, a good game. A very difficult mission because it's problem solving every single time, right? Do I leave them behind? Do I not? How do I deal with this? And it seems like staging the guys in that stack at the very beginning is critical.
But, you know, they do give you a lot of guys as the Marines to start off with. The trick is to know what to do with them, I think, you know.
Yeah.
And at least you're close together, but you're sort of driven down that narrow path where you can't really go anywhere else, right?
Quite literally, yeah.
Yeah, so I think what I should have done, I think it was kind of obvious to me the second round, I really shouldn't have put that cannon at the front. That was kind of stupid of me. I have had really good luck with him, so I was thinking luck would be on my side, but I can't assume that. So I should have put at least a regular Marine in front of him in case he died, because, like you were saying earlier, Ryan, these long corridors are not for you, but, I mean, you've gotten really good now over the last couple of games at getting me at these corners and into these tight spots. Every time that happens, you always eventually kill me, right?
Yeah.
Even if it takes you like a couple of rounds to go through a couple more, all you really need is 1 or 2 blips with 3 guys all of a sudden in front of me.
Yep.
And if my guy isn't on Overwatch or if my gun jams, like, I'm at least going to lose 1 guy, if not 2. And we've seen that time and time again.
Yep.
So putting an important player at the front line for me in this game was a huge error on my part. Putting the 2 guys back, I don't know, because, I mean, if I didn't have them on Overwatch, what would have you done? And maybe that'll be part of, like, maybe you can talk about that. But that was basically my thing. I think I did an okay job putting my flamethrower in the middle of that squad. But I had a lot of bad rolls, too. So that's
true.
Like, a lot of this was bad rolls. The parrying tactic worked in the last game so well that if it worked just as well in this game, we would have still been playing, and these guys would have been rushing down the corridor and getting that flamethrower in the room by now, at least. So, again, I had a lot of bad rolls. I don't want to blame it all on the rolling, though. Again, probably could have been a better idea for me to keep those guys moving up. But at the same time, maybe it ended up saving me a little bit of harassment from you coming up behind me.
Right.
So maybe you can talk about that. And I'd like to actually ask you personally, what would you have done if I didn't have those 2 guys there?
Oh, if I didn't have those 2 guys there, I would have for every one I dropped in here, I would have dropped one back here. Because, you figure 1 turn they're up here, 2 turns they're here,
Yeah.
3 turns I'm at least into the back here,
And
right?
it's like your investment for like, okay, so I won't get to them yet, maybe in a couple rounds, when they're in trouble at the front, all of a sudden you've got, maybe even 2 or 3 Gene Stealers right behind me, harassing me, and I've got to turn around, which is 2 moves already.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you did the right thing by blocking this off, because if you didn't, it would have eventually caught up, and then you would have had a whole new set of problems to try and solve.
Right.
When you're dealing with these 2 corridors, this tight corner here, mirrored again on this side with the other squad, plus you'd have some other guys coming down behind you, it would have been tight, let's put it that way. So I think you did a good job playing it like that, just some bad rolls. So let's see, we may and or may not reverse this. It's getting late on a Sunday, we both work tomorrow. So if we don't, this has been Cleanse and Burn, a pretty quick mission, and as you can see, it is absolutely critical that you protect those key Marines, the autocannon and the flamethrower. Thanks, everyone.
Note to self.